Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome to Adventures in History. Today's topic is the 1932 Cleveland Stars East-West Negro League baseball season. The Negro National League no longer existed by 1932. It had dissolved. And a new Negro League was established, the East-West Negro League. And now the Cleveland Stars were the seventh Negro League team in Cleveland, following the Tate Stars, Browns, Elites, Hornets, Tigers, and Cubs. And they were playing home games at Luna Park in Cleveland. The Cleveland Stars had a tough year in 1932. They finished in seventh place with a league record of 4-11, 13 and a half games out of first, winning percentage of .267. Of course, they played a lot of non-league games, as all the teams did. The first place team was the Detroit Wolves, who were 25-5, winning percentage of .833, really good. Second place, the Homestead Grays, who played in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, who were 24-15, 5.5 games out of first. Third place team was the Baltimore Black Sox, 29-27. Fourth place team, the Pollux Cuban Stars, who were 10-12. Fifth place, the Hilldale Club, 11-18. Sixth place, the Washington Pilots, 17-29. Seventh place, the Cleveland Stars, who were 4-11. And in eighth and last place, the Newark Browns, who had a league record of 0-4, 12 games out of first. Now, the East-West League did not last the season. It broke up in July of 1932, so it was a short-term venture. And it had been established by Homestead Grays owner Cum Posey, who founded the East-West League. And the Homestead Grays were a tremendous team, played in the Pittsburgh area, and they were one of the best teams of all time. Now, one of the mistakes Cum Posey made, there was another team in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Crawfords, established by Gus Greenlee, and they were those two men and those two teams were in conflict. They were both competing in Pittsburgh for the fans. And Cum Posey did not allow the Pittsburgh Crawfords to join the East-West League, which was very problematic, especially considering that Satchel Paige was with the Crawfords. And therefore, the best pitcher in the Negro Leagues was not in the East-West League. Actually, the Homestead Grays were in decline, and the Pittsburgh Crawfords were on the rise. And they thrived under owner Gus Greenlee, who built his own baseball field called Greenlee Field in Pittsburgh. And he had some famous entertainers come, including Lena Horne, the tremendous singer, came to sing after games for the fans, as well as Duke Ellington. Famous Duke Ellington would come, and so that was really something. Now, the Cleveland Stars played a June 24th doubleheader at Greenlee Field against the Pittsburgh Crawfords, so this would have been a non-league game, and they got the split, so that was pretty exciting. They won Game 2, 6-5, with a 2-run ninth-inning rally. And the Crawfords had, aside from Satchel Paige, also had Josh Gibson, so they had two of the best players in baseball, but they were not in the league. Now, the manager for the Cleveland Stars was William P. Young. They called him WP, or also Pep. He had been a player for the GCT Redcaps of New York and the Homestead Grays between 1918 and 1934. He was a catcher and an outfielder, mostly a backup catcher, William P. Young. Now, the starting lineup for the Cleveland Stars, Felton Wilson was the catcher. Wilson batted .212 with 7 hits and 33 at-bats. Scored 2 runs, had a double, a stolen base, 2 walks in 10 games. Wilson played for the Cleveland Stars, Akron Tyrites, and Detroit Stars between 1932 and 1937. He was born in 1908 in Talladega County, Alabama, and died in 1973 in Detroit, Michigan at age 65. For his career, Wilson batted .222 with 14 hits and 63 at-bats. 4 runs, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 3 walks in 20 games, and those are very incomplete statistics. Felton Wilson. Curtis Harris played first base. Harris batted .260 with 13 hits and 50 at-bats. He scored 3 runs, had 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, a stolen base, 5 walks in 15 games. During his career, he played second base, third base, outfield, first base, shortstop, and catcher. They called him Popeye, also Popsicle, and Chiva. Harris played for the Pittsburgh Crawfords, Kansas City Monarchs, Philadelphia Stars between 1931 and 1940, along with the Cleveland Stars. He was a very extremely versatile player, could play every position, a valuable utility man. He was played on those outstanding Pittsburgh Crawford teams in the mid-1930s. Harris was born in 1904 in Texas. For his career, he batted .286 with 231 hits, 114 runs scored, 33 doubles, 8 triples, 9 home runs, 121 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, 50 walks in 245 games. Curtis Harris. Dink Mothel played second base. Mothel batted .208 with 11 hits and 53 at-bats. He scored 9 runs, had 4 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, 2 walks in 14 games. Mothel did a little pitching as well. He was 1-0 with an ERA of 0.00, 1 game and 1 2/3 innings pitched. His given name was Carroll Ray. They called him Dink. During his career, he played outfield, second base, first base, third base, shortstop, catcher, pitcher, and was a manager. Mothel played for the Topeka Giants, Kansas City Monarchs, Chicago American Giants, some semi-pro teams, the All-Nations, and the Cleveland Stars between 1918 and 1932. So this was the end of his Negro League baseball career. Mothel was a very versatile player. In the outfield, he had good range, deft hands, and a strong arm. In the infield, he could charge on slowly hit ground balls. He had trouble on the pivot at double plays at second. Most of his career was with the Kansas City Monarchs, and he won a Negro League World Series title with the Monarchs in 1924. In 1932, he was batting third in the lineup. He's also served as the Stars' manager at times. He worked in construction, also for the Santa Fe Railroad. He barnstormed in the Midwest, playing against Shoeless Joe Jackson and Buck Weaver, the banned Chicago Black Sox players at one point in his career. Interesting. Mothel was born in 1896 in Topeka, Kansas, and died in 1980 in Topeka at age 82. For his career, he batted .266 with 248 hits, 165 runs scored, 44 doubles, 14 triples, 6 home runs, 140 RBIs, 36 stolen bases, 97 walks in 266 games. Dink Mothel. Bobby Robinson was the third baseman. Robinson batted .242 with 16 hits and 66 at-bats. He scored 5 runs, had 5 doubles, 5 RBIs, a stolen base, 2 walks in 15 games. His given name was William. They called him Bobby. He played for the Cleveland Elites in 1926, the Cleveland Stars in 1932, the Cleveland Giants in 1933, and the Cleveland Red Sox in 1934. Bobby Robinson. Anthony Cooper was the shortstop. Cooper batted .294 with 15 hits and 51 at-bats. He scored 6 runs, had 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, a stolen base, 4 walks in 12 games. They called him Ant. During his career, he was a shortstop, second baseman, center fielder, left fielder, and third baseman. Cooper played for the Birmingham Black Barons, Memphis Red Sox, Louisville White Sox, Cleveland Stars, Homestead Grays, Baltimore Black Sox, Pittsburgh Crawfords, Cleveland Red Sox, Newark Dodgers, and the New York Black Yankees between 1928 and 1941. He was a little infielder, apparently short and slight, a nice fielder with a good arm but a light hitter. He was the leadoff hitter for the Cleveland Stars in 1932. Cooper was born in 1904 in Caddo, Arkansas, and died in 1979 in Schenectady, New York, at age 75. For his career, he batted .231 with 130 hits, 66 runs, 17 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, 56 RBIs, 11 stolen bases, 41 walks in 166 games. Anthony Cooper. The left fielder was Orville Singer, who batted .283 with 13 hits and 46 at-bats. He scored 5 runs, had a double, a triple, 4 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 2 walks in 14 games. Singer played for the Cleveland Browns in 1924 in the Negro Leagues, the Cleveland Tigers in 1928, the Cleveland Cubs in 1931, and the Cleveland Stars in 1932. And this was the end of his Negro League baseball career. Orville Singer. Wilson Reedus was the center fielder. Reedus batted .264 with 14 hits and 53 at-bats. He scored 7 runs, had 5 doubles, a home run, 9 RBIs, a stolen base, 4 walks in 15 games. And Reedus played for the Cleveland Browns in 1924, Cleveland Stars in 1932, Cleveland Giants in 1933, and the Cleveland Red Sox in 1934. Wilson Reedus. The right fielder was Branch Russell, who batted .340. Wow, 16 hits in 47 at-bats. He scored 5 runs, had 6 doubles, 5 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 11 walks in 15 games. And Russell played for the Cleveland Cubs in 1931 and the Cleveland Stars in 1932, and this was the end of his Negro League baseball career. Branch Russell. Now the bench players included Joe Ware, who played some second base. Ware batted .310 with 9 hits and 29 at-bats. Scored 4 runs, had a double, a triple, 3 RBIs, a stolen base, 3 walks in 11 games. They called him Showboat. During his career, he was an outfielder, first baseman, third base, and second baseman. Ware played for the Pittsburgh Crawfords, Cleveland Stars, Cleveland Giants, Akron Tyrites, Newark Dodgers, and Memphis Red Sox between 1932 and 1936. So he was a rookie in 1932. He was a light hitter and batted in the lower part of the order. He was born in 1914 in South Carolina. For his career, Ware batted .294 with 20 hits. He scored 10 runs, had 5 doubles, 2 triples, 6 RBIs, a stolen base, 5 walks in 22 games, and those are league games, and don't include his exhibition statistics. Joe Ware. Bill Perkins was a spare catcher. Perkins batted .444 with 4 hits and 9 at-bats. Scored a run, had a triple, 2 RBIs in 2 games. Perkins played for the Cleveland Cubs in 1931 and the Cleveland Stars in 1932. So this was the end of his time in Cleveland. He continued in the Negro League baseball leagues until 1946. Bill Perkins was a player named Case, no first name indicated. He played right field, batted 3 times, did not have a hit in 1 game, and his career was just with the Cleveland Stars in 1932. A player named Case. There's a player named Clark. Again, no first name. He was a shortstop, batted once, did not have a hit in 1 game, and his Negro League career was just with the Cleveland Stars in 1932. A player named Clark. Now the pitching staff, Nelson Dean was the ace pitcher. Dean was 2-4 with an ERA of 4.94, 7 games, 6 starts, 5 complete games, 51 innings pitched, and 22 strikeouts. Dean could hit. He batted .368 with 7 hits and 19 at-bats. Scored a run, had 2 RBIs, a walk in 7 games. Dean played for the Cleveland Hornets in 1927, the Cleveland Tigers in 1928, the Cleveland Stars in 1930, and the Cleveland Stars in 1932, and this was the end of his Negro League baseball career. Nelson Dean. Roosevelt Davis was 0-2 with an ERA of 4.62, 4 games, 3 starts, 2 complete games, 25 1/3 innings pitched, and 16 strikeouts. Davis batted .200 with 2 hits and 10 at-bats. He had a walk in 4 games. They called him Rosie, Duro, and Macon. Davis played for the St. Louis Stars, Indianapolis ABCs, Cleveland Stars, Columbus Bluebirds, Pittsburgh Crawfords, New York Black Yankees, Newark Eagles, Ethiopian Clowns, Chicago Brown Bombers, Cincinnati Clowns, Cincinnati Indianapolis Clowns, the Cleveland Buckeyes, Philadelphia Stars, Memphis Red Sox, and Brooklyn Royal Giants. Wow, what a career. He was born in Bartlesville, Oklahoma in 1904 and died in 1968 in Chicago, Illinois at age 64. He was one of the best spitball Emory ball pitchers in black baseball. Davis had good control. He had a fastball, curve, drop, changeup, and screwball. He was an average fielder, a poor hitter, and a slow base runner. He won 3 titles with the St. Louis Stars in 1928, 1930, and 1931. And he won 2 more titles with the Pittsburgh Crawfords in 1934 and 1935. And he also won a title with the Cleveland Buckeyes in 1945. He also played in Mexico in 1939. Roosevelt Davis. For his career, Davis was 57-35 with an ERA of 3.81, 165 games, 95 starts, 58 complete games, 5 shutouts, 6 saves, 876 1/3 innings pitched, and 385 strikeouts. Wow, what a career. He batted .166 with 54 hits. He scored 18 runs, had 4 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, a stolen base, 18 walks in 170 games. Roosevelt Davis. Charlie Beverly was 1-1 with an ERA of 2.50. 2 games, both starts, both complete games, 18 innings pitched, and 10 strikeouts. Beverly batted .125 with 1 hit in 8 at-bats. He scored a run in 2 games. Beverly played for the Cleveland Browns in 1924 and the Cleveland Stars in 1932, and this was the end of his time in Cleveland. His Negro League baseball career continued until 1936. Charlie Beverly was a pitcher named Fields. No first name indicated. He had no decisions and an ERA of 5.14. 1 game, which was a start, 7 innings pitched, and 9 strikeouts. Fields batted .500 with 2 hits and 4 at-bats. He scored a run, had a walk in 2 games. Fields played for the Cleveland Browns in 1924, the Cleveland Elites in 1926, the Cleveland Hornets in 1927, and the Cleveland Stars in 1932. And this was the end of his Negro League baseball career. A player named Fields. Army Cooper was 0-2 with an ERA of 13.50. 2 games, both starts, 3 1/3 innings pitched. He batted once, did not have a hit in 2 games. His given name was Alfred. He played for the Kansas City Monarchs and Cleveland Stars between 1928 and 1932. So this was the end of his Negro League career. Cooper was 6'3" and 250 pounds. He was a huge left-hander, a smart pitcher, a very large man, but gentle off the mound. Cooper was born in 1899 in Kansas City, Kansas, and died in 1966 in Kansas City at age 66. For his career, he was 7-6 with an ERA of 3.94, 19 games, 17 starts, and 5 complete games, 98 1/3 innings pitched, and 78 strikeouts. As a hitter, he batted .205 for his career with 8 hits, scored 8 runs, had 2 doubles, a triple, 2 RBIs, a stolen base, 2 walks in 20 games. And again, those are very incomplete statistics. Army Cooper. And finally, George Mitchell was 0-1 with an ERA of 9.33. 3 games, a start, 18 1/3 innings pitched, and 10 strikeouts. Mitchell batted .500 with 5 hits and 10 at-bats. He scored a run, had 2 RBIs in 6 games. Mitchell played for the Cleveland Cubs in 1931 and the Cleveland Stars in 1932. So this was the end of his time in Cleveland. His Negro League baseball career continued until 1949. George Mitchell. Now, for 1932, the Coles American Giants of the Negro Southern League were considered the champions for 1932 of the Negro Leagues. The top hitter for the Negro Leagues was Dick Lundy of the Baltimore Black Sox. And the top pitcher was Satchel Paige for the Pittsburgh Crawfords. So that's the story of the 1932 Cleveland Stars. They had kind of a tough year, but they played for us. They had Cleveland on their jerseys. God bless the fellows who played for the Cleveland Stars in 1932 and everyone else associated with the team, including the fans, especially the Civil War veterans, Spanish-American War veterans, and First World War veterans. Captains of the Cuyahoga, lovers of Lake Erie, Terminal Tower Power, fans of the Free Stamp Statue and the Fountain of Eternal Life, Severance Hall stalwarts, Euclid Avenue Electricity, Cleveland Museum of Art enthusiasts, Museum of Contemporary Art enthusiasts, First Energy Stadium friends, Progressive Field pals, Quicken Loans Arena enthusiasts, Tribe, Browns, Cavs, Monsters, and Gladiators rule. Cleveland, City of Champions. Cleveland is the best location in the nation on the north coast of America. New York is the Big Apple. Cleveland is a plum. Before you know it, it'll be opening day 2019. Go Tribe. You might consider checking out our website, Adventures in History with Peter J. Ray at peterjray.com. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.